It's the GOAT here, the greatest of all time sports traveler. This is going to be the closest place probably in my life. Well, I'm going to feel like I was Gilligan from Gilligan's Island.
Like Robinson Crusoe, as primitive as can be, as primitive as can be.
So where am I in the world? Dun, 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 dun. I am in the Republic of dun, 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 the Marshall Islands, on an island called Eneko. And the island is, look at my notes because I forgot as I'm getting old. But I'm still pretty, even at 51. Now I gotta cheat and look at my notes if I wrote about this island. This island's only half a mile long. And it's 100 yards wide. Half a mile long and 100 yards wide. 100 yards. Are you ready for some football? All right. So Eneko Island here in the Marshall Islands. It just rained. You can see I'm still pretty. After the rain, actually hit under the bush. I'll give you a panorama of the bush. Since this is 100 yards wide, half a mile long. Not all of it's beach. And the spider was on my tripod. I couldn't get it off. I was putting it in the water. That bitch was holding on for dear life. Finally it came off. So it is 22 December 2023 on Eneko Island here in the Republic of the Marshall Islands. And you can see behind me water. Lots of water. And you can see some other desolated islands. How did I get here? I took a boat here, about a 20-minute boat ride from Majuro, M-A-J-U-R-O, atoll, A-T-O-L-L, as opposed to being an asshole, which is the capital and most populated island of the Marshall Islands. About 25,000 people live there. And I am on an island where apparently there is a place to stay here. I haven't found it yet. And it's only a half a mile long and 100 yards wide. I'm gonna find it somehow. I just got here. So, wanted to just show you this. Check out the color of the sea. Pretty bonita, huh? Beautiful. It just rained. Like it was like a quick, not a heavy rain, just a quick sprinkly rain. And now it's cleared. Got some clouds over there. And you can see, I mean, I count 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 islands there in the distance. So a lot of these countries, you know, they've got a main island which is the most populated island, and then they've got like lots and lots of little islands, some inhabited, some not. Now the one unique thing about this island, up until moments ago, perfect timing, no wind! As you've probably noticed in all my other videos from Oceania. And by the way, this is my 12th country in Oceania to visit, numero 12. The howling wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you around and upside down and laugh. But he's conquered it all. But today, very light wind. You could probably hear me pretty good, whereas in some of the other videos, you probably barely hear me. In fact, I was holding the tripod yesterday on Majuro at the National Football Stadium and the National Softball Stadium, and maybe a couple other places, because it was windy. You can even see it in my hair, what's left of it, where it was going this way, that way, that way. Now my hair looks nice and pretty. It's well combed. My mom would say, "You look so pretty." Of course I look pretty, because my mama was pretty. My late father was pretty. Even my brother's pretty. Not as pretty as me, because of the sibling rivalry. Have you told you lately? Have I told you lately I'm pretty? I don't think I've told you enough. Have I told you lately I'm pretty? I don't think I've told you enough. So, beautiful day here in the Marshall Islands, which declared its independence from the United States officially in 1986. However, U.S. still has agreements with the Marshall Islands. In fact, just like in Micronesia and Palau, it's my understanding that citizens of these countries that also have their independence, they can serve in the United States military. I met a guy the other day from Micronesia who served in the United States Navy. And he's not a U.S. citizen. He's from Micronesia. There was a compact-free agreement between these three countries for many, many years. There's still sort of that going on. This is a very important strategic location here in the Pacific. And of course, World War II had a tremendous amount of influence on U.S. Involvement in this area. In fact, flying to get to Mujeru, I flew from Pohnpei in Micronesia, and the stop on United Airlines, the island hop-out, was at a United States Air Force base, where you were told not to take photos while you landed, and you took off, and while you were on the tarmac, you couldn't get off the plane. It was just a typical Army base. But obviously the U.S. has quite a presence here in the Pacific, not just in Guam, but also on these islands. There are countries that are independent, right? They've declared their independence. So just wanted to show you this. Now you're getting a feel for some of the overcast skies here. But having a good time. I've been traveling since 22 August. This is the 4-month mark. September, October, November, December. 4-month mark for the Yankee from Hartford, Connecticut. Dun, 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 dun. Long live Brass Bonanza. So, it's actually starting to sprinkle. If you look carefully, you might see a little bit of blame it on the rain, even though it's sunny out. I still can't figure out the weather here. You look at like hourly weather here, and it'll say like cloudy and the sun's out. And it'll say sunny and the clouds are out. They have no idea. It's all computer generated. It's that artificial intelligence not working through this. Okay? Not doing it even better. So it's the goat here. And now it's raining on Eneko Island. Over and out.